Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I didn't know if John Gordon was going to jump in there this time. He did such a great time. We'll try to tape him sometime so we can use him. We might let him sing the theme song, too.
Can I sing the theme song?
Yeah,
That'd be awesome, Larry.
I know it would be awesome. Why don't you work on that at your house?
Okay, I'll do that.
In the shower and see if you can do that. But, again, second Saturday of the month. This is May 12th, day before Mother's Day. Hope you haven't forgotten those cards. They are a lot more expensive now than they used to be. Cards are really expensive. And, of course, handwriting, no one knows how to do that anymore. But, of course, Ron Wong is here. He's working his phone over there trying to find out what he's going to eat tonight.
Good morning, everybody.
Right.
No. I'm paying attention today.
You're paying attention?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well, that's really unusual. No, that's not. No. So, hey, we've been talking fishing a lot, but there's an event getting ready to kick off here in Memphis on May the 19th, a week from today, at Hyde Lake at Shelby Farms in Memphis. That's the America's Boating Club, Memphis, to host the Ready, Set, Wear It Life Jacket event. And you folks know that in years past we've participated in that and worn our life jackets and hit the mark and puffed ourselves up. Looked, what are you going to say something else again?
Well, no, it's just that, I tend to talk about water safety all the time.
You really talk about water safety all the time. Wherever you are in your boat, I can still remember one time on the water with a certain Mid-South bass angler that we had just pulled up into this cove to bass fish, and before I could get my first toss, and not you either, it's not you, it's not you, before I could get my first toss into the water, he said there's no fish here, and he gunned it and got out of there, and next thing I knew, I didn't have time to put on my life jacket, wasn't buttoned up, and it was back in the cove back there.
That happens.
It is, but now there are life jackets much better right now that you can wear more comfortable, and we're really happy to have with us in the studio on this Saturday morning. We got Barbara Haluska. She is America's Boating Club, the Memphis area. You folks know that, and I know it as the Memphis Sail and Power Squadron, and she is the commander.
Yes, sir.
I forgot to salute. I'm sorry. When you came
No
in the room, Barbara,
necessary.
You can move that microphone all around. Don't stretch your head. Just take it. But she is the commander for the what I call the Memphis Sail and Power Squadron, and the Ready, Set, Wear It Life Jack event. As I said, it's next Saturday. We're going to talk with Barbara about that, but she brought along the squadron's administrative officer, and that's John White. Good morning, John.
Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Glad to have John up this early. He said he's usually asleep at this time of day, but, then on this show you can sleep and still be on it. That's
it's nice being retired. You don't have to get up chase those fish too early.
Well, that's true. Well, I'm half that way. I'm just tired, so we're glad to have y'all. Barbara, talk about what's going to happen a week from today.
Well, out at Hyde Lake, Shelby Farms, we're invited the general public with our squadron members to come on out, bring their life jackets. And we're going to provide some education on life jacket safety. Mm-hmm. It is a problem with boaters. They're aware of it, but they don't always follow through having their life jackets on. So we're going to have some literature available. We'll give any instructions that we can to people who ask questions about life jacket safety. We have marine whistles to give out to the first 40 people who come. But the main goal is for them to bring their life jackets with them. We're going to take a group photograph so we can submit it, because there is a national education program going on through the National Boat Safety Council. Over the last 9-10 years, they've been hosting this event, trying to encourage life jacket safety.
And you're going for the record. I see 2015, 10,917 participated in 257 events.
Yes, sir.
Now, last year we participated, didn't we? We did, right here. Greg was part of that. I was part of that. Undoubtedly, we didn't do very good, Greg. We didn't break any records. So we're not mentioned at all in there, but to think that that's 257 events, and so how many do you hope to have out there?
I'm being very optimistic. I'm hoping maybe 40 people, 50 people will show up.
Okay.
I know 10, 12 have commented so far. That's within our own squad. Yeah. And by generating publicity through your radio station,
yes,
we're hoping more people will show up.
Well, I know it's a great venue now. I still have trouble calling it Hyde Lake. You know, I'm still from the old school and Patriot Lake, and caught a lot of fish out of Patriot Lake in the old days. But this is an awareness event. As you said, National Safe Boating Week, I think, corresponds. We're coming into Memorial Weekend, which is the starts the big three. Memorial Weekend, July 4th, and Labor Day. Now, you guys tell us a little bit, John, about the Power Squadron itself.
Well, the Power Squadron is basically a volunteer organization. And, of course, where boating education is our primary goal here. We teach public classes, both to members and to the public. We have some great links on our Power Squadron digital media library. Yeah. I went to a lot of these things, and you can get a lot of information, particularly, I know that boating is big in Memphis. I don't know how many members you have, but you should have a lot because this is a boating area. You go to Arca-Butler, you go to any places like this where boating is involved, and I don't know. We talk about safety, and we had Betsy Woods from the TWRA on about a month ago, and you had a figure here, and Barbara can illustrate this. That listen to this, folks. In 2016, listen to that. The death report, the cause of death in 4 out of every 5 was they didn't have their life jackets on. That's really unfortunate. And not only are we encouraging boaters to wear life jackets, any of the kids or any of the adults that are around the water, fishing or anything else, should have a life jacket on, because it only takes one slip off the rocks or one slip down the slick boat ramp, and you're in the water. So we just like that little extra insurance to make sure everyone is safe on and around the water.
And you talk to your Power Squadron, but, kayaks, Barbara. I mean, that's a booming area, and I think that life jackets are very important for those who use the kayaks.
Well, that's true. When we have been known, like I said, Memphis Sail and Power Squadron, but a lot of people, after being in part of the United States Power Squadron for 100 years, people ask you, what is a Power Squadron?
Yeah.
But recently, with the new technology and the new boating sports, it's no longer just power boats and sailboats. You have your paddle boards, you've got your wakeboards, you've got your stand-up paddle boarding, you've got your canoes, your kayaks. So it's education for these participants in these sports also. To make them aware of the rules, the regulations, not just with life jacket, but rules of the road when you're on the water. And so we're trying to expand to the entire boating industry. So
what now, on Saturday the 19th, a week from today, and you guys are going to gather, arrive at 11:30, going to have a photograph at 12 noon. What part of the lake, where are y'all going to be? Will you be able the folks to find you pretty easily?
We will have our sign posted when you come in the main entrance.
Okay.
Look for sign P2. It's
P2.
P2. It's the public boat launch area.
Okay.
We'll be set up there. We'll have a table, a tent, probably balloons flying. It'll be hard to miss us on your way in. So come on out, join us, bring your life jacket, be part of the photograph, and then take advantage of the beautiful new Hyde Lake and the beautiful park they have out at Shelby Farms.
It's a wonderful, it's just amazing what they've done out there. And, of course, I drive through Farm Road a lot. It's one of the major intersections of the world. I think everybody's on it sometimes. But to do this, and you don't have to be a member of your organization to take part in this, right?
No, sir. It's for the general public. Our organization's out to educate people, whether they're members or not. And you mentioned previously the educational material out on the Internet for the United States Power Squadron. They can dial into the America Boating Channel, ABC, and any videos they have are free. They're 10, 15 minutes. They're highly educational. They're everything from life jacket safety to taking your boat in or out of the water, navigating, rules of the road, various other topics. So it's open to the public, and if anybody wants more information, they can contact me. They can go to our local website. It's memusps.org, and just shoot us a message, and we'll be glad to get back in touch with you.
And we'll have that on lroutdoors.com. And Ron, I want to kick you and John in this conversation because I'm not aging Ron, but I can know when life jackets were not cool.
Absolutely.
Life jackets are pretty cool now.
You know, at one time, that was not a requirement in a lot of the big
we had
tournaments.
a boat seat. We had a seat we sat on. If something happened to us, you grabbed that that seat.
Well, absolutely. And
or they were
now,
orange, and always the mice would get to them before I could wear them.
That's right. And now, most of your tournaments, I would say that all of your tournaments now, especially bass tournaments and even crappie tournaments, when the big engine is running, it is required that you have your PFD on. And, you know.
They got big engines, too, don't they?
Well, and even little engines. You know, some of these guys that are
even
fishing.
No engines.
You know, these crappie fishermen, not all of them have the big bass boats. Some of them are still in some aluminum boats. But aluminum boats, let me tell you, that's really where you ought to have a PFD on.
Yeah, it is,
You know, because things happen.
Yeah.
And, you know, I talk about this all the time, Larry, and you know that. And then, again, like John, he's duck hunting in winter.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one that's really, really important, especially in the rivers. You know, and there's a lot of folks in this part of the world that hunt, you know, over in Arkansas and the river system, the Mississippi itself.
Yes.
I mean, the PFDs are just a massive part of that. I mean, because there's people that die out there every year.
Well, that's why the Power Squadron, of which I'm trying to get used to, the America's Boating Club from Memphis. We really appreciate, John, you getting up early. I know you're worried about that. You did fine and okay. Barbara,
he's a man of my heart.
Yes, he is. That's right. And Barbara, thank you for spending a few minutes with us. And tell them again, next Saturday at
May 19th at Hyde Lake, 11:30. Meet us at P2.
And they will be out there and take part in this wonderful thing that I've always enjoyed, and that's Ready, Set, Wear It. Thank you guys for being with us this morning. Hope you have a great event. Let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and we'll switch gears a little bit and go back to fishing. We'll be right back.